Have you ever stopped to think about why some people manage to stay motivated even in the face of the greatest challenges, while others seem to give up at the first sign of difficulty? Maybe you've even asked yourself, how can I stay motivated all the time? What if I told you that the answer might lie in something called the locus of control? Hold on, because in today's video, I'm going to show you how this concept can completely transform the way you approach life. We'll talk about how you can take control of your destiny and stay motivated, no matter what happens. And let me tell you, what you're about to discover today could be the missing key to finally achieving that dream that always seems just out of reach. What is locus of control? Locus of control is a psychological concept that can change the way you view life and, consequently, how you keep your motivation high. It is directly linked to how you interpret the events around you and how much you believe you can influence these events. Sounds complicated? But don't worry, I'll explain it in a very simple way. Imagine you're driving down a road and suddenly, your car gets a flat tire. Now, you have two options. You can blame bad luck, the condition of the road, the weather, or you can accept that unforeseen events happen and that somehow, you'll find a way to fix it. These two reactions represent what we call the locus of control. Internal locus of control versus external locus of control. The locus of control can be divided into two categories, internal and external. When you have an internal locus of control, you believe that the outcomes of your life are largely a result of your actions and decisions. It's that feeling of, I am responsible for my destiny. On the other hand, someone with an external locus of control tends to believe that things happen due to luck, fate, or because of other people. In short, the person thinks that control lies outside of themselves. And why is this so important for your motivation? Because if you believe that you have the power to influence your life, it becomes much easier to stay motivated. After all, you know that your actions have consequences and that if you put in the effort, you'll reap the rewards of that effort. Now, you might be asking yourself, does this really work? And the answer is yes. Various psychological studies show that people with an internal locus of control are more resilient, more motivated, and tend to achieve their goals more often. They don't sit around waiting for the world to change for their lives to improve. They take control of the situation and make things happen. On the other hand, those with an external locus of control tend to be more anxious, stressed, and often feel like life is out of their control. And this is terrible for motivation because if you believe that nothing you do will make a difference, why bother trying, right? Let's take a well-known example, Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. Edison attempted to create the incandescent light bulb more than 1,000 times before he finally succeeded. He could have thought, this is too difficult, maybe I'm not lucky, maybe fate doesn't want me to invent this, and given up. But no. He believed that success depended on his effort, so he kept trying, even after so many failures. This leads us to understand that when you take control, your motivation increases because you feel that your actions truly make a difference. On the other hand, if you think that the universe is conspiring against you, any obstacle may seem insurmountable. Your motivation plummets because you believe that there's no point in trying since nothing depends on you. The good news is that you can change this. If you identified with the example of the external locus of control, don't worry. It is possible to train your mind to develop an internal locus of control. Transforming your locus of control. Transforming your locus of control doesn't happen overnight. It's a process that requires practice, reflection, and, above all, a lot of patience. But the reward is enormous. A life with more purpose, more motivation, and a real sense of control over your destiny. The first thing you need to do is stop blaming the world for your problems. Of course, there are things beyond our control, but often, we have more power over our lives than we realize. To start, when something goes wrong, try to shift your thinking from, why did this happen to me? To, how can I deal with this? This simple change in perspective makes a huge difference. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstances, you begin to see yourself as the protagonist of your own story, and that is extremely powerful. Another important step is to practice self-responsibility. This means acknowledging that, most of the time, the outcome of your actions depends on you. For example, if you didn't get the promotion you wanted, instead of blaming your boss or colleagues, ask yourself, What can I do differently next time? This kind of reflection makes you start thinking about solutions, rather than just lamenting what went wrong. Start today by questioning your beliefs and taking responsibility for your results. When something goes right, acknowledge your effort. And when something goes wrong, think about what you can learn from the situation and how you can act differently next time. The importance of persistence. Now, we can't talk about motivation and locus of control without mentioning persistence. Edison, as we've already discussed, is a classic example of persistence. But did you know that this trait is directly linked to an internal locus of control? When you believe that your actions have an impact, you're more willing to keep trying, even after failing. After all, you understand that each attempt is an opportunity to learn and improve. So, the next time you think about giving up, remember, every effort you make is one more step toward your goal. Persistence isn't just about continuing to try, it's also about believing that your actions will indeed make a difference. Adjusting expectations. Another important point is adjusting your expectations. If you expect everything to go right the first time, frustration can quickly kill your motivation. But if you understand that the journey is full of challenges and that each one is an opportunity for growth, it becomes easier to stay motivated. Life isn't a bed of roses, and that's okay. In fact, it's precisely the thorns that teach us to be stronger and more resilient. When you adjust your expectations and realize that failure is part of the process, you start facing challenges with a more positive attitude. So, if you want to stay motivated, start working on your locus of control. Believe in your power to influence your life and to make things happen. And remember, what you do today determines who you'll be tomorrow. If you're committed to your personal development and want to keep evolving and leveling up, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Here, I always bring practical and powerful content to help you keep growing. And if this video helped you in any way, make sure to leave a like so that more people can be impacted as well. In the description, you'll find links to books that I've carefully selected, works that can completely transform the way you think and act. It's definitely worth checking out. And don't leave just yet. Take a look at the suggested videos here on the screen. They will help you even more on your personal development journey. See you there.